week one is what's the difference between being a real man and a real N-word, a real ninja.
This is a.
You got it.
Let me kick this one off.
But before you kick it off, let me just say this: this is a a highly subjective subject.
It is very highly subjective.
But all right, go ahead, Dizzy.
Okay, I say the difference is y'all ever heard like a female say that, and I say a female, well, not even female. There's a person in general would say, real men do what they want, little boys do what they can, right?
I've heard that. I've heard that when it comes to different stuff. Yeah. I've heard that when it comes to the type of women that men can get, right, versus women. I heard, women have sex with who they want, while men have sex with who they can. That's what I've heard.
That's why I heard that too. Yeah.
See, I've heard that little boys do what they can, real men do what they want. Okay. In my opinion, I say is real niggas do what they want, real men do what they have to. Let me explain.
Okay. Let me
explain.
I can understand that a little bit.
You have to take care of your kids.
Of course.
You have to pay your bills. You have to have transportation. You have to have a job. Okay? If you're a real nigga, yeah, you do it, but you don't have the mindset of I gotta do this. Like, no, I want to keep this job.
Yeah, most real niggas only do what they want, is what you're saying.
Yes.
They only do what they want, as opposed to doing what they have to.
They have to do. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I say is the difference.
Okay, I can feel that.
I feel what you're saying. I think it's for me, I think it's a mentality thing, which is what you're speaking about. It's a mentality thing. It's I mean, me and the homies, we say the N-word a lot. We joke about it. You know what I'm saying? Those my niggas. It is what it is. But I wouldn't classify myself as some real nigga. Like I wouldn't classify myself as that. Like, it's just I like to be called a man. You know what I'm saying? I want.
Right. I'm a real nigga by my own definition.
Essentially, that's yeah.
I guess, but I wouldn't want to classify myself as that. That's not how I approach the way I think I operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I operate in a different. For instance, I had a conversation with my old lady, and I asked her a question. I'm like, why is it that people deem like intelligence as something that's like born or something, right? Why is it that I can't be from 6 Mile and be articulate? So my girl like, well, you ain't from no 6 Mile. You don't even act like nobody from the hood because I'm articulate.
All right, and just so y'all know, before you finish, 6 Mile. Look, fuck 8 Mile, okay? For you motherfuckers that ain't from Michigan. 6 Mile is where all the bullshit happen, okay? You get robbed, stabbed, killed, carjacked, all that bullshit happened on 6 Mile and 7 Mile.
In the same day.
Yeah. It's just to give y'all a frame of reference. If y'all ain't been to Detroit. But my bad, Prince. Go ahead.
You get but you get these people who think that just because you articulate and communicate a certain kind of way that they assume that you're not hood. Or you wasn't raised in those environments. Like, I was very much so raised in those environments. And
yeah, I used to get that a lot too when I first moved here. But I know exactly what you're saying. But go ahead.
It's funny because it's like it's like kind of offensive a little bit, because it's like you really think that because I speak a certain kind of way that I'm not from these streets. You feel me? Like I didn't see some shit. I didn't been around some shit. I didn't been involved in some shit. But that doesn't define me. I don't want it to define me. At this point in my life, I'm thinking about how I can keep my child out of these situations that I've been in. You know what I'm saying? These environments that I have experienced. I don't want. I do not want my kid to experience any of that shit that I experienced. I want her to have her own experiences, and I don't want them to be based off those second questions. It's like purely off of just hanging in the streets, off survival, and just doing stupid stuff in the streets, hanging in the streets, and just I've come from that, but I've grown out of that, and I think being a real nigga doesn't really speak to me. It doesn't speak to where I've become, where I have evolved as a man. It doesn't speak to me at all, to my evolution.
Okay, so what would you say is the difference between being a man and being a real nigga?
Oh, okay. So I really didn't answer the question. Okay,
I mean, you gave some, you know what I'm saying? You gave some
context.
Yeah, some context, but now let's hear the difference.
All right, the difference I think between being a real man and a real nigga is simply what Dev Brown was talking about. Men, I think real men follow a code, right? There's a code. There's characteristics that's it's just certain characteristics that a real man has. Like like you said, it's just things that it's duty for them.
Honor.
Yeah. It's like I do these things because I feel honored to do these things. I feel honored to take care of my kids. I feel honored to be able to take care of my family and put myself in a predicament where I'm making money and taking care of myself. I feel honored to be able to do that. I understand that from where I came from, a lot of people don't get a chance to even do these things. A lot of people don't even get a chance to even live past 21. So for me to be in a situation like even now, like I make pretty decent money. For me, even being in this type of situation now feels great. So I don't stress about nothing. I'd be like, motherfuckers be out here stressing, talking shit, somehow they depressed and all that kind of shit. I'd be like, bro, if you would know where I came from, I'm not depressed about my circumstances as far as my job. Yeah, I get a little stressed out here and there, but I'm fine. Like I'm in a better situation than I used to be. Not being a real nigga.
Better now than where you was at. Yeah.
Yeah, but not being a real nigga on the other hand, always like it comes with some ignorance to some degree. Like it's just shit that you just ain't understood yet, and you still in the same cycle of doing nigga shit. You just ain't figured it out yet. You in a cycle. You done develop these nigga habits that you don't know how to get out of that. And a lot of these habits are bad for you. They're self-sabotaging. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be classified as that. And I think that's what the difference is that you got some real niggas that's this in a cycle of nigga shit, self-sabotaging, and you got men that have duty and honor and they have characteristics about them that keeps them going forward.
Yeah, bro, you my nigga, dog. You my nigga, bro. Hey, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. You explained that beautifully, man. In my opinion, you explained that. What you got, Buff Nerd?
All right, so the difference between a man and a real nigga. First off, when it comes to being a real nigga, I think that that's very localized. That's a very local thing. That's something that you only really fucking hear motherfuckers talk about and boast about in the hood. Right. And it is a very barbaric, emotional, standpoint of being a man to motherfuckers in the hood.
Right.
Because when you think about when you think about people that talk about being real niggas, it's usually on some emotional, I fight anybody. Oh, you better not say nothing to me, or I do some bullshit.
I don't take no disrespect.
Right. Yeah. Well, like a real nigga is purely emotionally driven, impulsive.
I agree with that.
Yeah, impulsive motherfucker. That's what I think of real niggas. From what I've seen growing up,
I've seen and heard. I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's a real nigga as far as what I've experienced.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to being a man, just like how y'all said, in my opinion, a man has duty and is not afraid to adopt responsibility and put everything that needs to be first. His children, his household, his wife. That's about it. You have an obligation to make sure that you take care of those, whatever you deem important. That's what makes you a man, in my opinion, because, everybody don't want kids and everybody don't want a wife. But, you know what I'm saying? Taking it upon yourself to adopt responsibility and be something for not only yourself, but for society is what can make you a man.
Yeah.
Like that, in my opinion, that's the difference. Like the whole real nigga shit, that's a very local hood. There's a bunch of nonsense tied to being a real nigga. I ain't never been a real nigga. I ain't no real nigga, but I'm real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you.
Jay-Z quote.
Ain't a real nigga. I'm real, nigga.
Yeah, like I've been real, but I ain't never been no real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like it's yeah, those two things in my opinion are not even in the same ballpark. Like they're not even close. They're polar opposites in my opinion.
Yeah, they are.
Bro, okay, so in my definition of a real nigga, my personal definition of a real nigga is the definition that was given by the nigga who held the title of real nigga in the years of, I would say, 06 to 09. You feel me? And that is Young Jeezy, my nigga. A real nigga to me is somebody who's not afraid to be who they are 100% of the time. Just who I am. I'm me wherever I go. You feel me? When a motherfucker first meet me, they meet me. No representative, no act, no who I think you trying to, who I think will impress you. No. You're going to meet me. Dizzy. That's my definition for real nigga.
Okay.
So like that's why I say
you don't think it's ignorance driven?
If you go by the definition of the hood, yes, purely ignorance driven. But my personal definition of a real nigga is, yeah, I'm a real nigga by my personal definition.
Well, see, like I told you guys, this is highly subjective.
It's very
highly subjective. So
we all have 3 different perspectives on this.
You ain't gonna get nothing but 3 different perspectives when it comes to this particular topic.
So on this one, people comment what you feel is a real nigga and what you think is the difference between a real nigga and a real man. Let us know. We are very interested in hearing what y'all think about that.
YouTube gonna block this video.
Yeah, because we didn't say a nigga about 50 11 million times.
Yes, that's true.